Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fortress of Solitude. Today we're going to be checking out Batman Superman World's Finest issue 20 by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Waid makes his grand return to Earth 22, the Kingdom Come Earth, properly for the first time in 27 years. He begins his story surprisingly, well, not really surprisingly given the character, with the Flash, a character who's been to a myriad of alternate worlds and Earths thanks to the Speed Force, and during his trip into the Earth-hopping reality, he gets a very brief glimpse of the world that David Martinez, the Boy Thunder and the man who would become Magog, has gone to. Flash gives the information to the world's finest, and with some help from the Scarlet Speedster and his cosmic treadmill, they blast on over to Earth 22. Waid's approach here is really quite interesting, since I was sure that there was going to be a physicality to this, like the heroes would be going over there, interacting with those Earth's heroes, probably team up and fight some villains and stuff. But thanks to temporal mumbo jumbo, Superman and Batman are essentially ghosts for a little bit of this issue, left to just watch how this Earth's heroes have all been killed, and really only Batman and Superman are the ones left over. Eventually they do go back a few years before all of the heroes died, and Waid of course utilizes the Planet Krypton restaurant chain from the original Kingdom Come as a setting for most of the core of this book, as Bruce and Clark don their civilian attire and take stock on what's going on. He does an interesting switching of roles here, with Bruce assuring Clark that this world's Superman is very much like his Superman, and he can't be all that bad. But Clark doesn't really believe or should trust this Superman, since how would he allow so many of his friends to just die and then not do anything to prevent it? He does want to learn a little bit more about this Superman before trusting him wholeheartedly, and Clark also unpacks the idea that he wanted to adopt David so he could better look after him and train him up. And again, roles get reversed a little bit here, where Bruce ends up becoming the kind of rational one here, convincing him that Clark can't really do that, mainly because he isn't rich and influential like Bruce is, and things that Bruce used to ensure that Dick became his ward and got the help he needed. It's a series of specifics that you would never really think of when doing stuff like that, when adopting like a new younger character or something like that, and Waid making it a plot point is really quite cool. From there, some weird things begin to happen, such as the heroes discovering that Earth 22 seemingly has no contact with the multiverse in any way. They've never dealt with parallel Earths or other Earths coming and going, almost like it's been cordoned off in a way. And I have to wonder if this has to do with David and his initial origins, which was he was originally from a parallel Earth and got sent to Earth Zero back before he joined Batman and Superman. David himself has made Earth 22 his home and is operating as the hero known as Thunderman. And he, just like in Kingdom Come, steps over the line multiple times while fighting villains, specifically Atom Master, almost killing her, and in turn almost killing Superman once he shows up, something that David has been waiting a long time for some reason. It's kind of alluded to in the final pages, but he does seem to want to get revenge on Superman for seemingly abandoning him or never coming to look for him, even though it's not been all that long since he left Earth Zero, so I'm intrigued to see how they're going to square that circle in the coming issues. Dan Mora makes his return after having the last arc off, and of course just doesn't skip a beat. His dynamic paneling and how he helps convey the story is just so breathtaking. I also like that he didn't really rely on the classic Kingdom Come designs. We get to see them a little bit in his style this issue, but a lot of it is just new stuff, like David's new costume, which is a blend of his old Boy Thunder costume with a more sort of 90s, early 2000s look, with like a red hood, leather jacket and domino mask that really makes him stand out as sort of like a more edgy hero in this world. And it fits in really well with Kingdom Come and the character of Magog itself, as that's really what he was. He was that edgier, newer, younger character who was always stepping over the line, and I like that that comes through in Mora's art really well. Mark Waid's return to the Kingdom Come universe is off to a really intriguing start. I like that he didn't just go for the easy low-hanging fruit and just drop us straight into like a giant battle between Batman and Superman and Shazam and all of these characters from the Kingdom Come book, but instead is focusing on David and his build up to becoming Magog, and how Batman and Superman both feel somewhat responsible for turning him loose on this world. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this arc pans out and how he eventually does bring in these Kingdom Come heroes and how they react to seeing younger, more hopeful versions of themselves. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.